Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another deep dive session with the LP Army with a special guest this time from Cleopetra, Umang. We are going to be diving into their new product release called Meteora Pro. Actually, we're calling it Meteora Pro now. We'll get into the details on exactly how they're going to label it inside the app, but we're looking forward to showing it off as sort of a professional interface to the Meteora that we all know and love. Welcome, Umang.
Hey guys, hey Otto. Thank you so much for the intro. Super excited. This is my second call in the last, I would say 9-10 months. So yeah, great to be back.
Okay, right. Yes, you're a repeat. I think maybe GeekLad did your first deep dive, and then I think you're one of the first incubator grant recipients too, from way back in what seems like a lifetime ago, but April, May of this year. I can't wait to have you start demoing the application, the terminal, and but before we do that, I would love it if you could just one more time give an introduction to your who you are and how you are crushing it out there in Super Team and all those other things.
Yeah, for sure, right? Would love to give a brief more like about myself and like who the whole journey behind Clio, right? Because it's been a very long time building. So, but yeah, like I started building in Solana back in October 2021. That's almost been 4 years now. Super Team started then almost 4 years ago in India first. So I became a day one member without doing anything. I was like really fortunate. So yeah, that's how I started my Solana journey. Then I founded my first company, which was called CandyPay. It was a checkout payment solution on Solana, and we like worked with great teams in the ecosystem to help power them our checkout. Then me and my teammate Mukesh, we continued experimenting a lot in other consumer crypto experiments, and finally ended up building Clio early later last year. Like we started in December and launched our first product early this year, right? The story behind Clio is also very simple. I would say I've been like a long time Meteora user as well. Started using it like early last year, so almost 2 years now. But always like felt the Meteora dashboard. It stands in like a middle, right? That's what we talked earlier as well. It's not very seamless if we compare it with a spot terminal or like a perps terminal. Any spot or perps trader, they just go to a site, they see okay buy or sell button or like long short whatever, they click a few buttons, they provide the amount, they do one click, and boom, their transaction is created, right? Like the trade happened or their position is created, whatever we call it, right? It's a very easy UX, so it becomes addictive, right? But if the same goes for LPing, the UX is really hard. Every single time we want to do any action, we need to like configure certain parameters, right? Like whatever the range should be, what is the pool we want to choose, what should be the strategy, the main problem of all. So it's like a really hectic process. Every single time we're doing the same thing again and again and again, right? So we started Clio back in AI hype when around like December, January, the AI hype was really high. And I was like, okay, why am I doing the same thing again and again if my AI can just like do it for me, right? So we built this like a prototype of AI helping, and that blasted. Like people just loved it, right?
Okay.
And it was like a crazy start. So we
So you're
then
like,
joined.
okay, we're on to something here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we joined the Sunday hackathon and we won the first prize in DeFi track. So that was like the glorifying start.
Okay.
Like, okay, we need to ship this. We need to do it at any cost, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so we shipped the first bot, the TG bot, but we ended up removing the AI
Telegram
part.
bot. Okay, right. It
Was
started
yeah.
as a Telegram bot. Okay.
Yeah. We started as the Telegram bot, which was powered by AI, but the AI was not really helping with anything, not as much as we expected. So we like removed that, but started the Telegram bot, and it was the first bot technically, which launched LPing, just like we had Bongpot and Trojan Bot for spot trading. And again, people loved the automation features. That has been the flagship features from the
Mhm.
day one. So yeah, that was our humble beginnings, I would say, of my
Yeah.
personal experience in Solana and like Clio in general. But yeah, in the last 9-10 months, we kept building hands-on like every single day, and are finally ready to unveil the next big product we have been
All
building
right.
few
Yeah.
months.
So established serious builder with a track record, exactly who we want to have in Solana, and also be building for Meteora. Um, you have a team? How many on the team?
We are three people right now.
3 people. Okay. So
And
small,
fun fact,
small
like
but
all,
mighty.
yeah, small, and all of us are like under 20. So that is very crazy. Like I just crossed 20 in April. So yeah, but yeah, like all like my teammate are like 18 and 19 respectively. So like a very young,
Get
small,
out of
hungry
here.
team.
Oh, you're you're
Yeah.
you're hurting me here. I feel old. Okay. I'm definitely old for crypto, right? Well, let's get into it. Alex usually comes on here and starts harassing me about talking too much. So you've got some interesting things to share. I don't see anything that I can move up to the stage yet. Maybe you can start sharing, and we can get
Yeah,
that rolling. Um,
perfect. I'll share my screen.
okay, great. And then did I'm getting this correct, right? Cleopetra.fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me just connect my wallet behind the scenes, right? Let me fund things. Just give me a moment so we know
Sounds
everything
good.
is like up
Yeah.
to
And
the mark.
it's interesting that I think that the reason we did the original grant, I wasn't running it back then. It was Geeklad, and it was right at the beginning of the kickoff. So I think actually Mir had a lot to do with the decision as well. But the focus is more on let's go beyond Telegram and let's get into a full web app, or DApp as we used to call it, for DeFi, browser based, but I assume mobile, kind of React Native as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really the purpose of it. Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes. And I am sharing it, and hopefully everyone else can now too. I'm going to change the background to something a little less bright. Okay, there we go. That looks good.
All
All right,
right.
let's go.
Drum rolls, presenting you Cleopatra Terminal, the first, in my opinion, the first actually usable, seamless, and advanced terminal for liquidity provisioning on Solana, fully powered and fully built on top of Meteora. So, yeah, this is it. This is what we have been building for the last 3 months, and still this is like the phase one of it. Like almost 60% will be launched today, and the rest 40%, like for more advanced people, will be launched in the next week. But yeah, this is it. So think of it, right? Like every single time we go to Meteora, we have no idea how's the market is performing, what things are happening. We changed that, like just like in the other spot terminals, you see Axiom, Rhythm, and many more. They show you like a great deal of how the market is performing, how the data is. And so it's a similar thing here. We can
Hmm.
see the weekly LP fees and how the performance has been. We can see the text volume, the number of new tokens that has launched in the last 1 week, and the Solana price, which is not so good in the last 7 days, but nonetheless, here we are. So yeah, so that's
And
the
this
like
is
the
just
market overview.
Meteora in terms
Just
of LP
Meteora.
fees and
Yeah, yeah, just Meteora DLMM. Like the terminal in to start with, we are like
okay.
exclusively focusing on DLMM. In future, in the next few weeks, we'll be adding DAM V2 as well.
Okay.
But yeah, like because as I said earlier, right, like our flagship features has always been like data and automation, and automation need like doesn't make as much sense for DAM as it does for DLMM. Like DLMM is the priority, so we have
Hmm.
started with that, but we'll eventually shift to uh, like we'll integrate DAM V2 under the screener. So all the new tokens that's coming, you can do one click NLP. But yeah, today
Very
we have
popular feature there. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like people today, they have to jump across multiple different pools, right? Like multiple different platforms uh, to be able to like see the data, then copy the mint address, then go create the position. It's like a very hectic user experience. We are
Yeah.
changing that everything in a single platform. But yeah, so second step, right? When we go to Meteora, it's really hard to actually see the top performing long tail assets, right? On there, they show you the mean tokens like Sol, Trump, and like these kind of tokens, which has a lot of volume, but they also have a lot of TVL, so the fee making opportunity is not so much. People today
Hmm.
go to multiple different platforms to see the right trending tokens, which are ideal for LPing in short term. So we have also like created a curated list which works well for most people. Everyone can choose like add certain filters and choose between the tokens they want. They can see granular data of not just one time frame but multiple time frames like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 4 hour, and 24 hours, right? So that's the gateway to it. Now
Hmm.
comes the main feature, right? So the problem for LPing, I believe, at least for new users, has always been what should be the ideal strategy we should use, or like how do we LP, right? Like what should be the parameters we need to set. And
Sure.
LP Army, the content creator machine, the team, they create a lot of guides to actually like help users create the right strategy for themselves, right? But people need to like replicate it manually, and it's like a very hectic process. For the
Hmm.
first time ever, we have built a preset strategy system, so any person can choose from a few template strategies or can create their own custom strategies and deploy them in a single click, right? So I have this strategy called Good Free Tech. I can select
Hmm.
it and I can deploy it in a single click, right? So if I go and try to create a new strategy, for example, Molu or like Sat Monkeys, any of the content are like LP Army member, they create a new strategy for the new market conditions. They don't
Yeah.
need
For people
to.
who don't know, the Sats Monkeys and Molu are both experienced and profitable market makers in the LP army.
Yeah, and they create a lot of threads, right? But it's not actionable. Like the threads are not actionable for a lot of people. Like people need to grasp, okay, how things will work, like what how to actually implement it on Meteora. Now they can do it easily, right? Instead of people having to share the threads on how things should be, they can just share this sort of preset strategy, and things would work in seconds, right? So
Okay.
for the call, I'll create a demo strategy. I'll name it, I
So
don't
you're
know.
creating your own now that will be saved in your profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I can create my custom strategy, right, based on my
Okay.
parameters. So yeah, I'll name it Blast Last. I don't know why, but yeah, it's cool. I'll name it test strategy for the call. Obviously, I can give a description on for what use case I'm creating it and everything. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'll go next. Then I can see all the parameters I need for like actually setting all the parameters, right? Like what
Do you
should be
want
the
to
liquidity
zoom
risk.
in? Do you want to zoom in on the box on the modal you're working on? Just because we've got some
Okay.
people looking on mobile. Yeah, perfect. Way
Okay,
better. Yeah,
is it better? Yeah,
way
perfect,
better.
great.
Yeah.
So all of these parameters, like people have to do it manually on Meteora, right? Like they have to buy tokens. First of all, like they have to buy, say you are LPing in Fartcoin and Sol. You have to go buy Fartcoin first and then do create a position.
Hmm.
We power Zap mode by default. So like we'll serve both Zap and normal mode, but the quick LP feature works on Zap mode by default. So you don't need to hold any of the tokens. You just need to hold the Sol, and everything will happen from Sol directly. All right. So here on we have the strategy set. Like I can choose my distribution strategy. I'll make it bid ask for the call, right? And then I can choose my price range, however long or short I want the position to be. Like
Hmm.
I've seen many people being tired of this, like the 69 bin default number, and then if they want to choose it, change the range, they have to do the percentage changes every single time, again and again, right? Now they
Hmm.
can just preset it, say 15% on both sides. So if the current price is say $100, 15% on each side, that would be your range where the position would be created, right?
Okay.
Then another cool thing is the liquidity distribution. So say you're providing just Sol, right? But the position will be created in both token, say Fartcoin or Sol USDC, whatever is the code token for that pool, right? Whatever is your strategy. Say you want to create a single sided position, you can just make it all the way up to 100% token, 0% code token, or you can make it 100% code token, 0% pair token, or you can make it 50%, whatever the custom
Sure.
ratio any
Yeah.
user want to do, right? Like ideally I'll keep it 50% for the test.
Hmm.
And then obviously the best part, which I personally love, is the automations. Like it's so hard for people to like track like
Hmm.
all their data and manage things manually every single hour of the day, right? So
Yep.
that's why we build the automation features. It has been uh, the main thing, uh, like it has been the main feature since the Telegram bot and continues to be for the web terminal. And yeah, so take profit stop loss, I'll set
Yeah.
it maybe
Let's
50%.
take a quick interlude to talk about how the auto rebalancing happens. Anytime in crypto you are allowing a system to do transactions on your behalf, you're going to need to give up some control over your assets. So in Clio, it is a custodial system, or am I wrong?
It's semi-custodial, like if we
Yeah.
use Privy, right? So we don't have the full custody,
Yeah.
but obviously some custody, so the actual automation can happen behind the scene. It's the same for any other spot or perps trading terminal, right? Like most of the platforms use Privy or
Yes.
turnkey kind of like external wallet management
Yep.
solutions. So we use the same to power these automations. So
So
yeah,
when
it's
you're
like
when
fully
you're starting up,
secure.
yeah, when you're starting up your profile, you would give some sort of you would delegate some authority to the system, and so that it can then take action on your behalf. But Clio is not storing your assets on the in the Clio under Clio keys. You will continue to have access to them and can withdraw them as you see fit.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
exactly, right.
thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, coming back to rebalance, right? Like very simple. Like if we have a position with a certain price range, but all of the tokens have been converted to one single pair because the
Hmm.
price changed or like went out of our selected range. Now the current price says it's like out of our range, and we want to go back to the price range to keep earning fees, right? That's
Yeah.
what is like creating a new position or rebalancing the current position. So people can like turn on the auto rebalancing feature, and we
Hmm.
have four types of intervals. So
Yep.
for example, for like hot tokens or like long tail assets, 5 minutes would make a lot of sense. So every 5 minutes their position will be checked, and if it's ideal to, if it's like out of range or about to go out of range, the position will be rebalanced, right? And a longer duration, that makes sense for I would say like more mid cap and blue chip tokens. For
Of course.
example, Fartcoin or like Trump, like these kind of tokens, on Met, even Met, who have like an established liquidity, the volatility is really low, so people can choose like longer time frames. So the checking and rebalancing would happen at a lower time frame, right? And obviously, like rebalance only happens when your position is about to like out of range or about to go out of range, right? If it's in
Mhm.
range and the checking happened, but if it's in range properly, the rebalance won't happen, right?
Of course, right.
So yeah, another thing we have is dip protection, right? So we all know, like if say the current price of a token is $100, and we have created a range from $80 to $120 for our position, right? And say the token dumped very quickly for certain market conditions we have no clue about, just like Sol, right? It was trading at 180, 190 in the last 3 4 days ago, and it suddenly went to 160, 155 just yesterday, right? So it's like a sudden dip. So we have built this feature called dip protection, where if the token price dips suddenly and it's like out of range very quickly, and obviously you don't want to rebalance your position when the token dipped very suddenly and take losses, right? You want the range to continue holding same until the token recovers in a few days or few hours or few weeks, right? So what dip protection does is if the token price dumps, the token price experiences a dip,
Yep.
the rebalance won't happen. The rebalance will only happen if the the token pumps suddenly, right? So say
Okay.
from $100, it suddenly went to 130, only then rebalance would happen. But if it goes down to 60, then the rebalance won't happen, right? So it
Okay.
will it holds true only for one end of the price range. So that's how
Okay.
it works. I'll take five. Yeah, too much
Logical.
description.
Yeah.
I'll take 5 minutes for now and just save my strategy.
Okay. Yeah, and
And
hey, hold the phone. It looks like maybe we got Cash in the house here. I don't know if this is actually him, but
damn.
he told me to ask you about your nickname. Should we inject some humor into the deep dive here?
King of BD, right?
King of BD. So I guess
Damn.
that we'll get into that side of the Cleopatra mission at the end, maybe, and talk about how the growth is looking.
Yeah,
Thanks,
as we
Cash, for
discussed
yeah. Go ahead,
in our
please.
chat, right? Like the terminal is just a start. We have a lot of things cooking behind the scenes to make LPing like de facto for all the like spot traders, like make traders also do LPing. So we have a lot of things cooking on that. But yeah, thanks, shout out to Cash for that sexy crown. He's the one who actually like I told you, right, I was a day one super team member like very
Yeah,
long time
super
ago,
team
so we're
royalty.
like
We have
10-15 people, right? So he
yeah.
actually played a huge role in helping me learn BD. So I had he's the actual king of BD. But yeah, so yeah, that's the lore behind the
Y-
nickname.
It's always good to learn from the masters, for sure. All right. Okay, so we just went through creating your own strategy that you can repeat in one click. And then we saw that there's some default pre-installed strategies if you want to use those. What's next?
Now we'll create the position. Now
Okay.
we'll LP and earn
Awesome.
fees, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So these are some like tokens which have been performing good or like have like good fee TVL over the last 30 minutes. Let me see 1 hour price range, how they're performing in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Valor or Wojak. Okay, one coin looks good to me.
Okay.
I'll create the LP version in one coin. I've changed my default amount to 0.5. So, as I said, right, like in long tail assets, we want to perform things really fast. So once my position is clear, sorry, the strategy is created, I don't need to perform it again and again. I can just do this one single click and my LP position will start creating. I don't need to swap token myself. That happens behind the scene for me. My position will be created and like super fast. Okay. Oops, I experienced a error. Let me try again. Like that's the part about private beta. We experienced some issues over the time frame, so sorry about that. And here
You're
we
using
go, right? Like the
bundles?
position.
You're using
Sorry.
Jito bundles? You're using Jito
Yeah,
bundles?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jito and zero slot, yeah, to like make it really fast. But if you saw, like my position was created the second time in one
Yep.
coin. Now I can first of all like see it in my wallet sidebar. So this is again a really cool part, right? In Meteora, like when you try to create a position, there could be like more than 5 transactions happening behind the scenes because the G2 bundles you talked about, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
for even for a single position, there could be at least 5 to 6 transactions which are actually creating the position and adding liquidity in chunks, right? So it's a very messy thing. If you go to SoulScan, it's a really hard task to actually like track all the activity, all the LP activity you have. So in the wallet sidebar, just like we have on Jupiter, Jupiter shows like a very clean view for the spot tokens and the activity of the user. we made the same but for LP activity, right? Any user,
Mm-hmm.
they can go to this wallet sidebar and see their activity. Like just 1 minute ago, I created a new position on one coin, which is worth $80. I can do a click and then I would
Yeah.
get redirected to the Soul Scan link. So,
Okay.
but
And you just
okay,
click off of it, and the shelf will slide away.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's like the sidebar. So yeah, it's. I think it's a
Okay.
very cool way
Nice.
to
Nice.
track
Yeah.
all the activity in a very seamless and easy manner, right? But this is my position. I'll click on it, and I would be redirected to the portfolio. And here I can see how things have been performing, right? Like, so if you see, like, I can see all my past data, like the amount of
Okay.
total fees I've earned, the total amount I invested, and my total PNL, which is not the best right now in the testing. My
Mm-hmm.
bad, that's a skill issue on my end. But yeah, I can like see the PNL on like different time frames on how things are have been. Like this is a new account, so 24 hours and all time is like the same chart. But yeah, this is my total net worth, right? Like the amount of soul I have right now and total invested in LP position, which is again a cool metric to have, and the holdings breakdown, which gives me an idea on the total performance of my portfolio, right? For example, I deposited a lot of LP in
Let's go ahead and do let's
XCC
go ahead and
token.
zoom in again, Umang.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another problem people face today is like they LP in a lot of tokens. Now they don't have an easy way to track which token they earned the most fees from or invested like had the most PNL from, right? Like that's something which has been this metric is missing and no one shows
Mm-hmm.
that, but I think it's like a very important thing. Jupiter shows that for the total overall portfolio, so we
Mm-hmm.
also built that. So this basically shows in the past positions I invested 51% of the total amount in XZC token, 37% in Popcat, 11% in Rizmas, and 1% in Valor, right? So that may like from a accounting point of view, that can give me a clear idea, or from like a flex point of view, right? I can also flex, okay, this is the token I earned most fees from and stuff like that, right? So this is like a great breakdown on which
Oh,
tokens
so
I actually made money from.
that's not just a current snapshot, that's your performance within
Yes,
those.
yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
These values, they are historical, right? So like from like the performance of the past positions, like the positions which are now inactive or closed,
Yeah.
right? So I total invested $150 and I had a negative PNL of $35, which was minus 23% overall. And but this earned me $7 in LP fees, and this is my token breakdown. So it's like historical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hope that was like clear. And yeah, I can see charts. I can take a great screenshot, share it publicly, like a
Mm-hmm.
really good looking UI to show publicly, right? But
Yep.
yeah, again here I can see which position is like open right now, how it's performing. The APR shows the total fees earned based on the TVL provided. Then I can
Mm-hmm.
see the active value of the position. I can also see its sold
Yep.
value and dollar value, whatever is
Oh,
preferred.
nice.
I
Yep.
can see the total fees I have earned, the real-time PNL, which is the main thing people keep asking, right? Like on Meteora, you can only see PNL once you close the position, or you have to go to external tools like LP Agent and like all of these platforms to actually see the Meteora performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with this same terminal handling all execution data automation, people don't need to jump across different platforms, and that has been the main thesis or the main reason we built this terminal in the first place. Like jumping across different platforms, that sucks. So we need to fix it for once and also that's why we built Clio. And then again, I can see the price range. I can manage my position by claiming or closing the position. I can't claim fees because I don't have any like the position hasn't earned any fees. Maybe the volume isn't as good as it was earlier right now, so I'll
Yes.
close it for now.
We've all
And
been
the
there,
sexy
haven't
part
we?
is
Yeah.
exactly. And the sexy part again, the share PNL, right? Like our designers are really great. You can guess
Yeah,
that from
let's
the
show that again, maybe zoomed in.
PNL, sorry, the terminal UI. So
Yeah,
these
let's
are
zoom that
the
guy in. That's very nice.
these 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 are the
Yeah.
PNLs, right? You can not just choose from one image, but choose from multiple images.
Oh, cool.
Okay, this, yeah,
Where did
okay,
the
this one is broken.
where did you get
Sorry.
the idea to go with the ancient Egyptian theme? Was that just is there a story behind that?
There is a story behind that, and I don't know how to say how to say it well in public and in the stream. But yeah, like back in the AI hype, right? If you were actively following it, all the projects that came out from
Oh.
the AI hype, like later that year, they were focusing on anime waifus, right? Like curvy girls, if I can say so. Like, so everyone was focusing on that kind of niche, and that was alluring a lot of people. But we wanted to do something fundamentally different, like portray a female personality, maybe historical, and use that as a like a counter to anime waifus, right? That was the thought process, and I just
Oh,
like checked
like
a
in
few.
contrast to like AI 16Z and Eliza, like that.
Exactly,
Okay, so
exactly,
like
exactly,
a
right?
powerful ruler, female. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a total opposite of Eliza's mascot, which we had, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
curvy orange t-shirt girl. We wanted to do something totally opposite. So I just researched and I figured, okay, Cleopetra was like a great queen in Egypt. She was
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
powerful, very strategic, and
And
obviously Nile
wealthy.
River, and wealthy, exactly, and wealthy, right? Like, so that I think fits perfectly well with our ethos and our platform. And I would say the aesthetics as well, right? Like all the fonts, the colors, everything that I think goes very well with the platform, as well as like LP Army in general. So I thought like this is a great thing. Let's go with it. So
Terrific.
that was the thought process. But yeah, like these are some PNLs, and obviously like it just doesn't apply to happy position. It also applies to like sad positions I've lost some money. I
Hmm.
can choose from these different PNLs, whichever looks best to me, and I can share it on X or download the image. So yeah,
I
that's
mean,
again a cool thing.
sharing these cards has just been gold for Meteora. I mean, Alex, I can see Alex in the chats. He was the first one to do this on Meteora that I know of. Did he invent it, or
Yeah,
like, was it a thing before? Has it been around a while?
I think for Meteora, Alex was the one, right? Like Metlix was
Yeah.
the OG tool everyone used, right? Like there was
Yeah.
no other alternative beside Metlix. But yeah, like on in Spot and Perps Arena, everyone had it, right? Like by default in
Oh,
the app, right? So we wanted to bring that experience in
got
Clio.
it.
Like
Yeah.
you don't need to close the position, right? If you want to show like active PNL, you can just do
Oh,
one click
okay.
and do it right now. Yeah, but yeah,
Nice.
shout out to Alex, right? Like he's the OG, and I like all of us has used Metlix for I don't know, like thousands of times, right? Like to do a lot of things. So yeah, like inspired by him, like taking his like success, like maybe by his successor, hopefully. But yeah, so that is it. Like yeah, but yeah, it's everything inspired by Metlix. So shout out again. But yeah, this is it. So obviously, wait, oops. Again, this is another bug. Hope my team is seeing the live stream so they can fix it ASAP. But yeah, wait, let me stop my screen and reshare it again, right?
Okay, sounds
Uh,
good.
yeah.
I wasn't tracking you. Did we lose connectivity?
No, no, no. This is great. So basically, yeah, like this is the phase one which we are releasing today, right? Like any LP Army member after the Met token launched, like there have been like a new influx of new members, right? Like who want to LP
Hmm.
and they don't know how to do it, right? The easiest way for them is like create a new strategy or follow some of the templates you can see from the best
Oh, there's
training
the heart
token
attack
list.
strategy that Alex was asking about.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like we
So we've
have
got.
we have it in place, right? Like multi-day and heart
Hmm.
attack. So people don't need to know what it is or like how to configure it properly. They can just select it and deploy it in single click. So that's the fun part of it. And
Hmm.
obviously, if you don't have the right token here, uh, we all know like there's a call channels in LP Army where like Mythical Potato and like all the members keep sharing great calls, which has worked well for a lot of people. So you can just copy the mint address from there, paste it here or search it here, maybe mint, and you can see the token, right? And then you can
Hmm.
quick LP directly as well. So yeah, that is like the first phase we are targeting. Like this is for
Yep.
people who don't have much clue how to LP and they just want a very seamless, easy, quick solution to make things work. And we also have rewards for them, right? Like, do you want me to talk about this,
Actually,
or is it
give
better
me,
if we
give me,
skip it?
let me break in just for a second. So, on the search token, I saw the results. One of the problems that people have in the current default interface on Meteora is there are so many pairs. Do you have an algorithm that helps people decide which pool to use or which token to
Yeah.
use? Maybe you have like a Jupyter organic score integration, or how are you thinking about that?
Yeah, exactly, right. So first of all, the discoverability, right? Like, say there's a new token in place. Like for
Yeah,
like Met is not the best example now, but whenever new like hype token is launched, people don't know which is like real, right? For example, this MetaMask token, it's fake for sure, but this Met token, it's real. Like it's really hard to actually
sure.
see which one is fake or which one is real, right? So the ranking we do here, it's like sorry, yeah, the ranking we do here, it's like really like customized, and we ensure only the right token based on Jupyter Organic Score and stats like volume, TVL, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Based on that, we actually rank token, so people can only see the those which actually makes a lot of
So
sense. Or
that's
like,
already happening behind the scenes. Good,
yeah,
good.
yeah,
And do you do
that's on the
something
token
similar
search,
for
right?
pools? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. Once we know, okay, yeah, the token search part is great. The next comes is like pool, right? Like if you go on Meteora, there's like tens of pools, you don't know which one to use. But the point is, most of the time only one or two are the ones that actually make sense, right? The one
Mhm.
major, like the a few major things we actually see and filter out to actually rank the pool and use the correct one is like we see the TVL, we see the liquidity, we see the volume, and only select the pool which makes sense, which has like a high TVL and high volume, right? In the last few hours. And another second major feature which I don't think most people actually see, or like
Yeah.
most terminals show, but we are focusing on, is the pool price, right? There's a very high chance the pool
The
price could
disconnect.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly not similar as to the market price, or it's like had a lot of gap, right? Maybe that the pool with a lot of amount of liquidity is like not synced to the market price, but there could be a chance where like a pool with lower TVL is synced with the market price, right? So if you deposit LP in like a pool with like higher TVL, but it's not synced with the price, you will get upped, right? So as soon as you
Yeah.
deposit the tokens, it would somewhat vanish, like vanish as it is, and you won't know what is happening behind the scenes. So that's what arbitrage is. So we ensure like only the pools which are like very near to the market price and has a lot of TVL and volume based on the configuration it has, like pin step and percentages. Only those are chosen, right? It's like a very complex thing, right?
Yeah. That's
Even
great. That's
explaining
great. Yeah.
it's so hard.
Yeah, and it's important to call that out on this page because it looks so simple. There's a lot of intelligence that goes into this uh the list that you see here. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you don't need to see the actual the pool, right? You just see the token and you can quick LP, no issues. So a
Great.
lot of things behind the scenes while ensuring you get a very sexy, clean UI to perform actions and you feel happy actually doing so. So
It's a
yeah,
strong
that
move.
was the thought process.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the power users will probably still want to go see all the different yield opportunities and all that. But there are times when the power users want to keep it simple and just see what, what Cleopatra thinks. And then for
Yeah.
sure, new users are going to find this very helpful. So I like that you're taking an opinion.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, right? And this is the phase one, right? Like this is the phase when ideally targeted for new LPs after the mid
Yeah.
release. I will stop my screen and I'll reshare it to actually show what we are working on for the actual real pro LPs depositing thousands of soul to create positions, right? Like
Yeah.
I'll
Sounds
represent
good.
my screen, but a different page, which is
And then
our
let's see. I would love
UI.
to get into a little bit on where your growth is and all that. We've
Yeah.
got about 20 minutes left, so I think we're good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So if you would see, like, this is the LP page which will be released in the next phase in the next week. So up until yet, you had a token, or you could see your own token, and you could quick LP in based on your strategy. But if you are a pro user, if you are a pro LP, you want to keep track of the charts, you want to see granular data, and you want to manage it very precisely. This that won't take the cut, right? So this would be the next thing which we'll be releasing next, which is the actual LP page. So here you
Okay.
can see all the granular data, you can see the price chart, and then you can select your own pool. You would be able to manage range in like completely
Hmm.
dynamic way. You would have the zap and zap mode as it should be.
Yep.
All the automations like you would experience in like quick LP and like Cleopetra in general, right? But the two main features which of the LP page which is upcoming, which I really want to highlight, is the first of all the price range, right? I have seen so many comments of people wanting to have like a slider experience, like a easy slider experience, which we may have seen on Orca and Radium. Meteora doesn't support it, right? Like, and this is like a conventional UX on EVM as well, right? If you want to create
Hmm.
LP position on CLMM, which is
Yeah.
like a ranged, like close range
Sure.
position, people
Sure.
ideally use sliders to mark the ranges they want to use, or they can choose the custom values.
Hmm.
Meteora UX was a little different, and most people don't like it. So we have changed it for them, right? In the price range, you can use the same slider UX you would use on Orca or like these kind of other dexes and make things work, right?
Oh
The
man,
second
that's going to be
main,
challenging on mobile, right, with gestures, but
yeah,
I'm
it
sure
will
I'm
be,
sure you'll
but
figure it out. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. On mobile, like we'll also have these like custom percentages. So you
Yeah.
can either just tap it, or you can choose the custom value, right? So if you click the
Hmm.
custom button, you don't need to like
Okay.
choose a
Perfect.
slider. You can enter
Yeah.
the custom percentages amount,
Yeah.
whether it's single sided or spot or whatever the strategy is, right? So
Yeah.
it would work out for both user bases.
That's a good
Yeah,
UX strategy. Yeah. Hmm. And
that's the first thing.
that's the total liquidity for the entire uh,
Exactly.
market for fart coin at USDC.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Like shout out to Clobber, right? Like they have been the very first platform to actually show this kind of data, where like you
Yeah.
are aggregating all the liquidity across DEXs, not just Meteora or one particular pool of Meteora, but all the pools on Meteora and all other DEXs and Jupiter DC
Oh,
order stuff like that.
you're integrated with Clobber.
Not integrated, but
Okay.
like we have created our own custom solution. But I
Okay.
like this idea was like inspired by them, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
huge
Shout
shout
out
out
to
to them.
Clobber. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and I've seen people going to Clobber to experience, like see this particular data, right, which is so powerful. Like people are going to one particular site just to see one data point. So that shows the importance or value of this data. So again, we have integrated this in the same single page. So ideally you don't have to jump across different platforms to see one data point or
yeah.
stuff like that, right? Like that has been the main problem which I have personally seen in all uh, the the tutorial or guides LP Army content team makes, right? Like Sat Monkeys, if you see the video, He's going to Axiom to see one particular data point. He's going to GMGN to see this kind of
Mm-hmm.
LP trades happening for that particular token. And then you go
Mm-hmm.
to Clobber to see the liquidity distribution. And then you go to Metlix to see the PNL. And then you go to Axiom again to see the chart or like this kind of data. So it's like a mess, right? It's a real mess. And then you go again Meteora to actually manage your position, or go to Soul Meteor, now called Fabric, like these kind of tools. It's like I love how big our ecosystem is, but from a LP point of view, going to one site for one action is really hectic, right? Like so,
Mm-hmm.
all these UX which you have to go to different sites and perform, we made it work in one single site. So that I feel is a major change, and this is something which all the pro LPs would love when this goes live in phase two next the coming week. But today uh, the trending token list goes live with preset strategies, automation, everything out of the box. So please
Awesome.
do check it out and use
So
that. Yeah.
Cleopetra.fun. I checked earlier. Is there a reference code needed or referral code or?
Yeah. So yeah, like you can't use the site directly. You need to have a referral code. We will be
Okay.
releasing doing the launch tweet maybe right after the call, like in some time after the call. So yeah, we would be
Yeah.
sending out the referral codes. I can't send it right now, so give me some moment. But yeah, like please keep stay hooked up to our Twitter Cleopetra Fun, and wait for the launch announcement.
And let's see. I'm gonna post the X account in the chat. What is the handle again?
Cleopetra Fun. Yeah.
On X as well. Just no space. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into a little bit on your growth plans and where you're at in with your community. I know that you have existing users on the Telegram app still, I think, and that's an ongoing product that you're supporting. And then in addition, you've now launched Terminal, which will become more and more fully featured as we keep going here. And then, and now you want to attract more users and keep growing. And I know that you've got a number of people in the LP Army already on the platform, but let's talk a little bit more about your plans there.
Yeah, totally right. So, yeah, obviously, like we want to serve LP Army, like that has been the main focus. And after the Met token, and
Yeah.
as me and like we have seen the number of people who have joined LP Army Discord or the overall community in general, that has almost doubled or tripled in just the last few weeks, right? And we want to serve those people. That was the main thought process to like accelerate the launch as soon as we can, to like focus on like these newcomers or new people who want to LP, and they want to have a similar experience which they would see on Jupiter or like other spot terminals, right? Like the same kind of
Yeah.
UX but for LP,
Yeah.
combined with Meteora. That was the thought process, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why like as we talked earlier, like in the chat and in the graphic as well.
Yeah.
That's why I consider it like Meteora Pro, right? Because Meteora, it serves well the purpose of established like LPs, but people who want pro features, who want more data, who want more automations, and like more flexibility in general, they would ideally want to use the terminal. So yeah, that's why I think it's like one of the best place for pro LPs to LP, because they don't need to do things manually now. So yeah,
So
that
far only beta users on the platform, and you're literally launching it this week and hoping to get as many users as possible. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And what's so follow X for release announcements. Your X handle is on this. I put the Twitter handle for the Cleopetra project in the chat. And then in addition, if people have feedback for you as they start to use the project, will they come in? Do you have your own Discord, or how are people engaging with Cleopetra right now?
Yeah, up until yet we had a Telegram group, but we will be launching the Discord along with the terminal. So anyone
Okay.
who uses the terminal in private beta and they want to have any questions, they need support, anything like that, you can join our Discord. Yeah, like
Okay.
just follow the X for now. Please wait for the announcement and
Okay.
we'll like take it from there. Yeah.
People are eager. We need to get this thing launched, huh? Good.
Yes.
I'm sure the team is cranking 24/7.
Oh yeah.
Important question for you, Meng. Are you going to Met Dhabi?
Is that even a question? I thought that would be a statement because
That
yes,
is okay.
obviously.
Good. That is the correct answer to the important question. Great. Okay, so we can also hit you up at Met Dhabi, find out more about what you're up to. Folks should know I'm a small investor in Cleopatra Project. What are your future plans for continuing to grow, expanding your presence? Can you get into that at all, or are you going to expand the
Yeah.
team? Are you? Yeah, we see the product roadmap. It looks strong. You guys are shipping. What else is going on the BD side? Let's talk some BD.
I mean, that's something I would only close to the investors, not
Okay,
publicly, but here I'm in a very
fair.
weird situation, right? But yeah, like
No,
just to give some
definitely.
little context on that, right?
Please.
Yeah, the terminal will go live, right? The full focus make any LP using Meteora have a more pleasurable, more fun, more amazing experience. So obviously we are not saying don't use Meteora, just shift to Clio because Clio is built on Meteora, right? So
Mhm.
like I love Meteora, but I'm very sure anyone helping on Meteora, if they try Clio, they would love this pleasurable user experience and they would keep sticking to it. So that's the hope. So yeah, that's the start of it, right? Like we want to create a distribution of LPs, people who actively LP and use our terminal to do so. Hopefully, we'll have I don't know, like six figures, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, 8 to 9 figures in numbers by the end of this year with terminal. That's the hope. Touch wood. But yeah, once we have this distribution, our goal is to make LPing not just a thing for people who know how to LP, but any person trading in general, right? Like I'm not sure if we have talked on this earlier, but any whale person who has a lot of large amount of token holdings, they ideally do helping today to like sell out or buy in a large quantity of tokens, right? So they either use the dexes directly, Meteora or like Radium or like Orca, these kind of platforms, or they
Mhm.
do DCA, right? But it's something which only a small portion of whales are able to do today because it requires some sort of knowledge
Mhm.
to actually perform LP actions, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a learning curve to it, but
Mm.
we ideally want to make it accessible to all the spot trading platforms, so they can serve that to their spot traders, whale users. So
Mhm.
that's why we built another cool product which is private. But you know what? I think you know or you can guess what I'm talking about. So
I
that will be
actually,
made.
I'm racking my brain. I don't actually know, but we'll look forward to. I'll follow the X account and I'll get the news when everybody else does. That's fine.
Yeah, 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 sure.
Well,
But yeah,
awesome.
like the goal is like to make LPing a very like a normal thing for everyday traders, right?
Yeah.
So that involves spot traders, spot trading terminals, and all of the overall DeFi applications. So it's very vague right now, but you'll see things in
Yeah.
action in the coming weeks or so. So yeah, stay tuned and keep following our Twitter account.
Yeah, turn notifications on. So I love the vision. Thank you for taking a minute to describe that. People have talked about how, swapping in and out of tokens uh, is limited and doesn't protect you from some of the risks that can come from investing in bad tokens, like fees can offset potential, down days. really nicely, similar to how everyone has been talking about, well, when you hold USDC, you should be just getting a yield because everyone else is getting a yield if you park it somewhere. But we really need yielding tokens to transmit, just like LSTs do. So it strikes me as similar to that discussion.
Yeah, totally right. Like all
Yeah,
the blue chip
yeah,
tokens, they are integrated across DeFi and they earn yields, right? If you're holding
yeah.
USDC or BTC or Sol, you can earn yield on that. But that doesn't happen for long tail assets or like any token you want to. And I
Hmm.
think LPing is the only way you can generate yield on any
Interesting.
token, uh, because
Hmm.
they have a text trading happening, right? So that is the broader vision, like how can we make any token productive in a lot of manners, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
that is the overall vision I'm
yeah.
chasing after. Yeah.
Very, very aligned with the Meteora long tail of digital assets mission. Yeah. Uh, Macario, stay tuned on X. Please give Cleopetra Fun a follow, and they'll be posting about invite codes and opening up the platform to the fire hose of crypto Twitter in the next few days. Awesome. So Cleopetra, really hungry young shippers from India, and building great products for the global crypto economy. Any other closing thoughts from you?
That's it. See you at Medhabi, and keep an eye on Clio Twitter. That this is the biggest release we'll do this year, and I think this is the biggest product I've built in my whole life. Right? So yeah, I'm like too
Fantastic.
excited and tensed at the same time, but yeah, like super excited and looking forward to see LP Army use the platform and give their feedback.
Great. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining. Enjoy this little outro. I think Cash himself might have written this one way back in the day. See you on the next one, and see you on the internet.
Okay. Yeah. In a pool of meteor, watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight in it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Huddle like whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get fees, a little bacon, start the vault until the cheese is done. Fools are paying me like I don't even go to beach, I'd rather be here on a feeder song. Best believe it's decent, wavy man, I see secret chillin' in the deep end. Every weekend, see me, you can depend on it, cause I mean it. Coming up, you can even find a way to flood it up. You done enough, 10% stimulate and run it up. Point system looking like a flying where they won't miss a solid contribution. Could've pointed out enough. I met up with Matt, had a really good chat. He's telling me bet up your army does laps. That orbit does this media set it when no one's expecting and we watching it happen. In a pool of meteor, watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight in it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Huddle like whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe.